This is Chris, aka Thrift BCQ, and I just want to welcome you guys to my channel. And I want to welcome my special guest here today. He is a reseller and he is also a YouTuber as well. I just want to welcome you. He goes by the name of Josh. How's it going,
Yeah.
Josh?
Yeah. Hey, what's up, man? So yeah, thanks for having me, Chris. I'm looking forward to this one. It's always fun to kind of just hang out with other resellers, but yeah, just kind of looking forward to the interview and just seeing where the conversation goes. And yeah, thanks for everyone for just joining us and hanging out with us.
Cool, cool. So, how was your? Uh, Actually, you know what? Let's just wait a couple minutes for some people to come in here. But
Yeah.
how's your day been so far, though?
It's been pretty good. It's this weekend I feel like got really chilly kind of. I don't know how it is. I'm assuming it might be even colder up in Toronto, but here in Jersey, like the temperature dropped like crazy.
Oh
Like
yeah,
it was definitely sweater weather this weekend. So surprisingly, still a few garage sales. It's definitely dying down. So that's kind of
yeah,
making me sad. But I also kind of like the cold weather too. So it's like,
yeah. The weather right now is not. It's not so bad.
yeah.
At least it's not snow.
I've also lived in like Tennessee and Georgia the past 5 years. So I almost
Yeah,
forgot how fast it gets, like how fast it gets cold up here. So I know it's gonna only get worse, especially
yeah,
like December, January,
yeah,
February, like that time frame. But
yeah,
I'm used to like at the coldest, like the peak of winter, like 70 degrees. So I was kind of shocked this weekend that I don't know, it was just so chilly. I felt like, and we're not even like close to winter.
Oh my gosh, yeah. There's actually parts here in Canada where there was already like a couple of inches of snow already.
Oh my
So
goodness.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
pretty
that's
crazy.
insane.
Yeah. Luckily, it hasn't hit me yet though. So
Yeah.
okay. But yeah, anyways, looks like we have some guests coming in, and just want to say hi to you guys. So there's Four Eyed Hustler here. Hey, Paula, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by. We got DG Picker. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate it. We got Brian from Cerrito Design. How's it going? And we have Caffeinated Christy. Hey, how's it going, Christy? Thanks for coming by. And Tiffany, thanks for stopping by too. Thanks. Appreciate it. Okay, and she says, "Hey, Caffeine Christie," and Brianna Dean says, "Hey, y'all. Hey, how's it going?" All right, so we have also Reseller King. Hey,
Reseller
thanks for
King.
how's it going, man? Thanks for
Yeah,
stopping
thanks
by. I
everyone for coming out.
was just starting to watch your newest video, Josh. Oh yeah, that's right. You have a new video just came
Appreciate
out.
that, Chrissy.
Check it out after the interview when you can.
Yeah.
Sebastian, oh great to like find to tag finally left. That's awesome. Um, Actually, Sebastian is just one of family member from over here
Okay,
in
nice, cool.
Toronto. Yeah,
Yeah.
so cool. So let's get everything started here. So I just wanted to just I guess if you can just introduce yourself, Josh, and just where you're when you started like reselling on eBay.
Yeah, so I go by a lot of Josh on YouTube and social media, like over on Instagram. I guess it's still kind of weird to say like I'm a full-time reseller, but I've been doing this full-time for about a month now, maybe a little over a month. But like so I was previously in the military. My contract actually just ended October 1st, so last week. So I got my last paycheck from the military last week. So like officially now, like either I'm like unemployed or I'm a full-time reseller. And I like the idea of full-time reselling and being an entrepreneur. So that's what we're going with. But yeah, I've been doing this, like dedicating full-time hours for about a month now. So it's like slowly building it up, building a momentum. My priority right now is definitely reselling, and then the YouTube. I kind of consider like the YouTube channel a side hustle, like a side business now. Like what reselling was to my full time job before. I feel like I'm able to dedicate like those part time hours to YouTube now. So trying to build up both slowly at the same time. But yeah, that's who I am. Excited to be here and kind of just talk. And I mean, whatever questions that anyone might have, just answer that and kind of just hang out. So yeah, excited to be here.
Awesome. Thanks so much again. So just to let you know, guys, this is also going to be a subscriber giveaway as well because, again, I hit 200 subscribers. I'm already almost at three already, so this is pretty
Yeah,
awesome.
you're at like
So
270. So
yeah, so
that's insane.
it's amazing. So like, first of all, I just want to thank you guys so much for coming by. There is going to be a giveaway halfway through this interview, as well as at the end of it. So it's going to consist of just a couple of questions, one about me, and then the second one will be about Josh. So if you first want to answer it correctly, we'll win the prize. I have two here. Someone lucky will get something very, I think, pretty cool. So hopefully you guys can stick around and just see what the if you win anything, but also just learn something from Josh as well.
Yeah, Chris showed me what the prizes are, and they're super cool. So I'll try to not let it slip and spoil the surprise.
Okay, so I guess the first thing too is I guess what made you want to start doing like reselling on eBay?
I guess so. I never really grew up reselling, or like I know some people like in school, like middle school and high school, they'd go around like selling candy, and they kind of always had that like entrepreneurial spirit.
Mhm.
Not really like something I like thought about much growing up. I mean, I knew like what eBay was. I bought maybe like a few like school textbooks, like one or two textbooks from eBay, while in college. But outside of that, like no real connection to eBay growing up. Um, I think a lot of it came. So my sister and I, we were helping my mom downsize. She was living in like our family home, so it was like a three bedroom home. She was living there by herself, so she was ready to kind of downsize. It was just like there was no point for her to live in a place that big by herself. So she was looking at like one bedroom apartments, and we were just trying to get rid of stuff because trying to move a three-bedroom home and fit all that stuff into a one-bedroom apartment, that's a pretty big job. And there's
Yeah,
just like way too much stuff if we try to move everything. So we were just trying to get rid of stuff. So we actually ended up renting out a booth at a flea market, and like it was just me and my sister pretty much doing the bulk of the work. So we both have SUVs, so we just filled it up to the brim, took both those cars to the flea market and just set up. And it was just like insane. Like we had no idea what we were doing. We kind of just like like figured it was like a good venue to just like offload stuff. So we were probably like a reseller's dream booth. Like we were selling stuff for like $1 or two, like literally everything and anything.
nice.
Looking back, I'm like, oh my god, like I could have made so much more money if I knew about eBay. But
Yeah,
that was kind of like I guess like the first level of reselling, like that flea market booth my sister and I did just to like
yeah.
offload pretty much like it was a lot of stuff we grew up with, like my Pokemon cards, like old
Oh,
electronics, like everything that's like worth money. We just like literally pretty much gave it away for $1 or two to everyone.
oh
Probably made a
wow.
lot of resellers happy that day. But I mean, even with the flea market, like we had so much stuff left over, so we had to like take all that back. So like just going through that whole process, I have like so much respect for flea market vendors. Like it was
Yeah,
just like it took so like I think it took me like a week to recover after that one day at the flea market. Like it was like
wow.
so much work. But yeah, like just trying to like so we ended up like donating a lot of stuff to Goodwill, and like you just don't realize how much stuff you have until you start trying to declutter. So
Yeah.
I was just like Googling like how to declutter, how to get rid of stuff, how to sell stuff locally. Like I knew about Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, those kinds of places and apps. So I was just like slowly digging, stumbled upon like eBay blogs, started reading those. Eventually like came into YouTube and started watching like YouTube videos about reselling, and just kind of like spiraled from there. And the more I learned about it, the more like I thought to myself, like, you know what, I'll give eBay a try. Just like put a few items up and see what happens.
Mhm.
And I sold like a bunch of stuff. Like there was like it was like a little smartwatch. It was like a Samsung smartwatch that I sold for like 150 bucks. Um, there was like a few backpacks that I sold. So once I started getting those first few sales, like I was like, okay, like this is actually a thing. And then it just kind of like built up slowly from there,
Wow.
just little by little.
No, that's awesome. So, I mean, like, that's pretty cool that you were able to actually get a like a little flea market area
Yeah,
just
I
to
think
do
it
that.
only costs like $15 to rent out. It was like a super small space, but we were able to
Yeah.
fit like three folding tables there, so we were able to fill up a lot of stuff in that like little box. And we ended up making like still selling like everything for like $1 or two. We still made like I think it was like around 250 after everything
Wow.
was said and done. So, but we had a
I,
lot of stuff there. Yeah,
yeah. Well, that's not too bad still, because I
yeah,
even like
and that was the first time we've ever been to a flea market. So we were like completely brand new, had no idea what we were doing.
yeah.
It was pretty exciting. And once you start like getting that excitement, it's just like it hooks you.
No, I totally agree with you. Like that's how I felt in the beginning too. As soon as
Yeah,
you like even when you make a sale, like even if it was like $1 or something, like
yeah,
it's awesome. It's an awesome
yeah. And
feeling.
even now, like every time I make a sale, I'm like so excited to figure out like what's sold, and
Yeah.
I like instantly check my phone.
No, that's awesome. All right, so there's a whole bunch of new people that came in. So welcome, guys. Let's just go and see who's in the chat here. Um, oh, it's Four Eyed Hustler. Thanks, Paulo. You have a question here. Do you do a lot of part time as an officer, Josh?
Oh, he says PT.
Oh,
That's like the
PT.
military term for working out. So
Oh, okay.
it's a little acronym for physical training.
Oh, I see. Sorry, my bad.
Honestly, as an officer, it's almost like an expectation that you have to be good at PT. At a minimum, you have to be good at running, because that's like the most common kind of like exercise or like group exercise that you do. We call it PT, so that's like the most typical group PT that you do. Just because when you have a group of like 20, 30 people, it's hard to go to the gym and just like hit the
Right.
weights as a group when you're like trying to build like I guess like a cohesive team environment. So just going on like a little jog is probably the most common kind of group workout. So it's almost an expectation because you're usually in the front as an officer setting the pace,
Yeah.
and if you slow down, everyone else is like, oh, well, like it's pretty obvious we slowed down significantly. So there's
Yeah.
like a lot of pressure to like maintain the pace and always be in the front and not fall out of any runs.
Ah, I see.
But yeah, that's kind of like I feel like it's inevitable now because like in the military, it's pretty much forced to work out every weekday
Yeah.
outside of holidays. So you're working out like 5 days a week typically in the
Oh
morning
wow.
for like an hour and a half. And now, I mean, I go to the gym like 3, 4 times a week, but
Yeah.
I haven't been doing any cardio or running
Yeah.
because that's just kind of like not enjoyable to me, especially by
Yeah.
myself. Like if I have like a running buddy or something, it's a bit more enjoyable. But doing it by myself, I'm like, I'll go to the gym, just do like a casual lift, and come back home. So we'll see. Maybe in like a year or two, I'll be like 30, 40 pounds heavier.
I gotta hit the gym too. Like
Yeah.
this hourglass figure is not working out for me right now. Seriously. So there's Misha. Oh, thank you, Misha, for coming by. Caffeine Gracie, hey Misha. Um, uh, Tiffany says, hey again, Misha. Reseller King says, great videos, Josh, very informative. Yes,
Appreciate that.
absolutely. I lost my place here. Okay. Hey again, Tiffany. You can do this, Josh. Helpful entrepreneur. Grow, Josh, grow.
Man,
Thanks
you
for
guys are
coming by.
so encouraging.
Congrats, Tiffany. Thanks so much, Tiffany. Appreciate it. I actually have Tiffany. She'll be doing an interview with me next week as well.
Okay,
So
nice,
stay tuned for
awesome.
that.
Yeah, I'll try to catch
Yeah,
that too.
yeah. Great work, Chris. Thanks so much, Rick. I appreciate it. Oh, it's Jody. Hey, Jody.
Hey, what's
Thanks for
up,
coming
Jody?
by. Hey, Chris and Josh. Hey, everyone in the chat. Congrats on 270, Chris. Thanks so much. Hey, Reseller King. Hey, the Beast. Yeah, that's right. Tiffany, hello, hello. Nashville Flippers. Hey, what's going on,
Hey,
Ray?
what's up, man?
What's up? All right. And we got Brian here. Congrats, brother, on your over 200 subscriber goal. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed to Josh yet, this is his link over here. So don't forget to subscribe if you haven't.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Not a problem, sir. Miss Rain, and oh, we got the Swamp
Hey, you got
Picker. We got
Glenn.
Glenn. How's it going, Glenn? Thanks for coming by. Appreciate it. I've been thinking of going full time. Does it become more stressful because this is your job and lose the excitement and worry about more sales? Good question.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like the excitement's still there, but I definitely understand where you're coming from with the pressure. Like, I definitely took a paycheck doing this full time, so there's kind of that like financial pressure for sure because I mean I still have the same bills to pay. The bills are actually a bit higher now because I moved from I guess Georgia to New Jersey, so I moved from you know I mean cost of living is definitely way cheaper in the South than like the Northeast.
Mhm.
So bills went up a little bit, and I took a pay cut. So definitely like the financial burden that's definitely real. But I feel like mentally I'm just like I just feel so free, and this is something that I'm able to build like by myself. So I know if I continue working at it, I know like within like a year or two, I'll be able to kind of compensate for like the pay cut that I took. So there's definitely like that motivation factor to keep pushing myself to, eventually replace the income I was making before.
Yeah,
So it's definitely a lot of pressure, but it's super exciting at the same time.
yeah. That's a good point. I mean, I'm trying to just push myself to try to like list more and just try
Yeah,
to like just even up what I'm trying
yeah,
to
for
like
sure.
what I'm making right now, right?
Yeah, because I mean, you can strive for happiness and say like you're doing it for passion and everything, but at the end of the day, if you have bills to pay and you
Yeah,
don't have money to pay the bills, that's like a huge mental burden. So I understand like where he's coming from with that.
yeah. Good point. So Jody says Chris sales been good lately. I actually just had a sale like a couple minutes ago, so it's pretty
Yeah, like
cool.
right before we went live.
Yeah, so I had probably about 3 sales in total today, but I mean they're pretty good. They're all average sale price was about 40-45 bucks. So
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not
really good.
complaining. Yeah. Smash that thumbs up. Thanks so much, Tiffany. Appreciate it. If you guys haven't hit that like button, don't forget to hit the thumbs up if you haven't. And let's see here. What else? 100% like to watch Racing Mind Equals Blown. Oh, okay.
Oh, like number of watchers right now. That's how many likes you have.
Probably, yeah. That's pretty good. Okay. Recycling. What
What
was
was my
PT score?
PT score? It fluctuates. I'd always shoot to max it, but I wouldn't always hit that goal. So maxing out your PT score was like 300. So I sometimes max it, but sometimes I get like high 280s, like 285, 290, somewhere around there. The thing that got me the most was the run. So I'd max out push-ups and sit-ups every time, which honestly, like if you work out a little bit and work at it a little bit, like you can be like slightly above average and definitely max out like the push-ups and sit-ups. But the run, like if you take like even just like a few days off the run, like your lungs just like completely give out. So I'd like fluctuate like from barely maxing it out to running like an 85 to 90 point range for the run. But that was probably in the past now since I haven't run in so long.
Flipping Prophet says, "What's up, y'all? Hey, Jeff. How's it going? Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it." Uh, okay. Okay, so I just wanted to just go back to my questions over here. So, um, I guess what was I know you just recently moved to New Jersey,
Hmm.
and I just wanted to know exactly like how was the transition, just moving and just getting your stuff back up and running again.
Yeah, I feel like the move went pretty smoothly. So I was pretty lucky because the military paid for the move and everything, and they outsourced a moving company to literally do everything from A through Z. So the moving company came to my place. They brought boxes, they brought packing supplies, and they hired packers. So they literally packed everything for me. The only thing that I didn't want them to touch was my eBay inventory. So outside of that, like my entire place was packed up by a moving company at the military's expense. So I was like super lucky and super thankful that they even like paid for that. But the eBay inventory was definitely like a crazy amount of work. So I wanted to inventory everything
Yeah.
before putting it into boxes, and then I wanted to re-inventory everything, taking it and like unpacking everything. So during the move, I just completely shut down my store for 2 weeks, which a lot of people advised against because they say that just like completely destroy my momentum and just like completely destroy sales once I turn my store back on.
Yeah.
But like during the move, like a cross country move, there was no way I'd be able to extend the handling time and like try to like that was just like too much pressure to try to
Yeah.
like unpack everything and like give myself like whatever, like even if I set it to like 15 days handling time, I'm giving myself 3 weeks to move cross country and unpack everything, set up my eBay store. So looking back, I probably could have done it, but I think that would just been too, like way too stressful mentally, just to have that burden. And I was also very scared, like during the move, if something broke or if I lost something, because you're always losing stuff during a move.
Yeah.
So if
For
something
sure.
sold and I couldn't find it while unpacking, like
Yeah.
I just did not want to deal with that. So I took the risk. I turned off my store for 2 weeks, and from my experience, I feel like I really didn't lose a lot of momentum. Like once I turned my sale back or store back on, I
Mm.
think there's like good ways to kind of, I guess, re-trigger your store, like kind of like put it back in eBay's favor. Like you could send out offers to watchers, you can run promotions, you can promote your listings like super aggressively. So I feel like that's almost a myth from my experience. I don't know,
Mm.
maybe other people might not agree from them turning off the stores, but just from my experience from completely turning off my store, I feel like, I mean, it's not like all hope is lost from turning off all your listings.
No, it's that's great to know. Like, I mean, especially you definitely don't want to put that pressure on you too. Like, I mean, you got to do it when you're ready, right?
Yeah, yeah, and kind of
Yeah.
move at my own pace, I guess. And I was like super glad I did that because I have like a few things that are, I guess, like brand new, and
Mhm.
during the move there was just like slight damage to the package. So I went back. I think there was like 8 or 9 items. There was like 4 or 5 Funko Pops where like the box got like really indented during the
Oh
move.
no.
So I was kind of glad that I was able to catch that and go back to the listing and kind of put that in the items description, because
Yeah.
if someone's buying a brand new Funko Pop, they expect the box to pretty much be pristine with
Yeah.
no flaws or anything. So I'm glad I was able to catch that and kind of adjust the item
Yeah.
descriptions there.
No, great point. Yeah, at least it was too like wasn't too many things either. Knock on wood.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Let's go back to the chat here. Actually, question from Sebastian here. Tips for a college student reseller. Okay, so I guess wanting to start off reselling. Um, I mean, if that's the case, I would say if you have anything, I guess in the beginning, start trying to sell things that you have right now that you think you can they can sell just to start off.
Yeah. And I can see like the biggest struggle for college students, especially if they're living in dorms, is space for inventory.
Oh yeah,
So if you're able to get like a little bookshelf or just like a little metal shelf that you can fit on your wall, like next to your bed or your desk, and just like look for things that'll fit on the shelf, like small action figures, especially since you're in college, like at the end of the semester, if you just talk to buddies and like spread the word that you're buying like graphing calculators or something for cheap, like those are like super easy flips if you're able to buy them for like $25 maybe, and you can sell them. Like the TI-84 pluses, like those are super quick flips that you can get like 60 to $70 easily. But I guess that would be my biggest tips.
Yeah, even your books too. You
Yeah,
might.
your textbooks at the end of the semester.
Yeah.
Buy used textbooks on eBay for your classes, and then resell them for profit when the semester ends.
All right. So let's see here. What? All right, we got 5 minutes. Let's take a look and see what other questions here before we go to our first prize. So hope you guys are ready for that, because I know I am. Follow Josh on Instagram as well. Yes, don't
Yeah,
forget to
yeah.
follow Josh.
It's just a lot of Josh all smushed together one word.
Okay. Oh, okay. So Jody replied back here. Lower income and higher cost of living. Sorry, buddy. I hope things get going real quick and that you have an incredible Q4. Same for everyone reading this. Thanks so much, Jody. All right, flipping profit. Got to run, guys. I have to come show some support and smash that like button. Love Josh's channel. Chris, you keep killing it, man. Congrats on 270 subs, man. Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate it. Thanks for stopping
Yeah,
by.
thanks for stopping by. He just did an interview, right? On
Yeah, he
Nash.
just did it.
Yeah, I need to catch the replay on that.
Yeah, he just did. Truth is, if you want to do this full time, you have to do something you love doing, but you have to do it at an almost uncomfortable level to be able to sustain a family. For
Yeah,
sure.
like a family would be like just a huge driving factor.
Yeah. How's Poshmark going for you?
Poshmark. I think I'm just an average Poshmark seller. I'm definitely not like super good at it. I
Yeah.
don't put in the time to like share for sure. Like I share maybe like once or twice a day,
Yeah.
and I'll just cross list clothing. So if I'm not listing any clothing that day, then Poshmark doesn't get any love at all. So I feel like on average, I'll get anywhere like on a bad week, I'll get like one or two sales, and then a really good week for me is like 4 or 5 Poshmark sales a week. But I actually
Nice.
got two Poshmark sales this weekend,
Oh, nice.
so maybe it might be because everyone was at Posh Fest this weekend, so maybe there wasn't as much competition when I was sharing, so people weren't like bumping my listings down.
I actually got my very first Poshmark sale today.
Oh, did you?
So
What'd you
yeah,
sell?
so it was a Patagonia fleece sweater.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, so I sold it for I think it was in bad shape, but someone
Yeah,
still bought it. I got it
yeah.
for about I think I sold it for $15, but
Okay,
I got it
nice.
I got it for $4, so it wasn't
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a big thing. So
The thing
it's
I
it's
love about Poshmark is they make it easy to calculate the fees and everything.
oh
So
yeah,
if you're like sending offers or whatnot, going back and forth, it tells you on the bottom like your earnings
yeah.
after fees and everything, like the amount that you can redeem. So it just makes life so much easier.
Yeah, it's crazy though. Like Poshmark just came out here in Canada, like probably in the
Yeah,
summer.
yeah.
So like
And
a lot
people are
of
like all over it.
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Jody's been selling on Poshmark in Canada even before Poshmark Canada was a thing. He
Yeah,
figured
no,
it
I know a lot of people that use like like Poshmark in the US
out. Yeah,
from Canada. So
yeah, yeah.
what's it called? I freaking love this live show. Thanks so much, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
appreciate that, Jody.
DG Picker, hello boys. How's it going, man? Mr. Josh, how are you?
I'm good. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah. Reseller King has a question. Do you have a VA or someone who works with you?
Me, I'm completely solo right now, and I'm gonna try to keep it that way for as long as I can physically and mentally handle, I guess.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But right now, I don't really have a need, I guess. I guess I could hire like a VA to share my closet and stuff. But until I like really feel like I need one, I think I'm gonna push that off for now.
Yeah, no. I don't have one as well either. It's I mean I just don't have enough items in my store or
To
enough.
Yeah, to justify it.
Yeah, exactly.
But I
Uh
think at most maybe in the future. I want to keep it like a solo operation for as long as possible. That would be like my ideal reselling business. But if I get to the point where like even just like listing or photographing my items becomes like almost frustrating, like to the point where I just like
Yeah.
hate myself whenever I'm doing it, I think that'd be like a good indicator that I need to get help and outsource that portion of reselling. Because I don't think sourcing will ever get old. Like I think I love like the sourcing aspect of reselling too much to really get over it. Maybe like the excitement will dwindle down a little bit, but it won't ever get to the point where I'm like angry to go sourcing, I guess.
Yeah.
Because listing can sometimes be like that. You have to kind of like motivate yourself and push yourself sometimes to sit down and list. But it's not to the point where I hate myself for doing it. But I think that'd be, if I ever get to that point, it'd be a good
Yeah.
indicator to outsource that part of reselling.
No, great point. Like I probably do the same thing too.
Yeah.
So Glenn actually mentioned here to Sebastian, dumpster diving in the college
Oh my God,
would be
yes.
and would be a valid thing to do. And I agree. You never know. Like you might be able to find school
Yeah.
supplies or even books too. You never know.
Yeah. You know what? So my wife, she was an international student in college.
Okay.
So she grew up in Korea. She graduated high school in Korea, and then she just came over here for college.
Mhm.
And every summer she would go back to Korea. So anything that didn't fit in a suitcase is pretty much going into the dumpster. So you have to
Oh,
figure out
wow.
where the international students live and just like be a hawk during move out week and just like snatch up all the stuff once they throw it out. Because they're
You
just
hear that?
all they're thinking about is going back home. Like they just want to go back home. They don't care what they're taking with them. If it
Yeah,
doesn't fit in the suitcase, they're not taking it home.
that's a good point. So take note of that, Sebastian.
Make some international student friends.
Good point. Ordy's in the chat here too. Thanks. Hey, Ordy, how's it going? Josh, that was smart. Great idea on the college textbooks.
I wish I knew
Um,
about eBay during college. I would have bought everything off of eBay, like all my textbooks and everything,
yeah, me too.
and I would have sold it on eBay because I did the textbook buyback things. You know those companies that buy back textbooks, and they just gave me like chump change that I was happy about at that time.
Yeah,
But
because you think that there. I mean, there's not really because you didn't have any options. Like, okay,
yeah,
I guess
yeah,
that's decent, right?
yeah,
But then you see eBay, you can actually make
yeah.
a
And
decent
most
amount.
college kids, they don't really think things through and plan ahead. So I'm like trying to get rid of textbooks during like the last week of school. So I'm like,
Yeah,
okay, like that's like the best option.
yeah. So figure out when your semester ends so that you can get on those.
Yeah.
Reseller King has a question actually. What platforms do you sell on?
I primarily sell on eBay and then a little bit of Poshmark. And then like bigger items I'll post on like OfferUp and Facebook Marketplace. Those are the two that's kind of I guess the most popular around here. Um but yeah, that's pretty much it for now.
Okay, cool. So, what we are going to do is we are going to give away our first prize now that we are in the halfway mark already. So, again, guys, if you guys haven't subscribed to Josh yet, I'll leave his link in the description and also on the chat here so that you can subscribe to Josh if you have not yet. Also, if you haven't subscribed to Thrift Beast as well, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and smash that subscribe button as
Yeah,
well,
for
and
sure.
don't forget to hit that like button while you're at it too.
Let's do that.
So we're gonna go to give away the first gift here. I'm not gonna show you what it is yet because I'm gonna hold the two gifts in one hand. So, or in two hands. What am I saying? Okay, so uh, I'm gonna give you a trivia question, and the first one to answer the question is uh, is gonna be the winner. So whoever is in the chat right now is eligible to win these prize is, and we'll just get to it right now. Are you ready, Josh?
Yes, let's do it.
All right, all right, cool. So Josh, if you want to, because I haven't told you the question either. You
Okay.
have the option to win as well.
Okay.
So the question I'm going to give you guys. I hope you guys are ready. It's regarding my channel and a video that I posted just recently, and it's regarding a couple of wrestlers that I sold, and I just wanted to mention what like this is. There was a bunch of them that I sold. So the question is the team that I was missing a picture of just sold for about $50. What was the name of that team, that wrestling tag team?
I see the Nashville Flippers,
Sure. In
the Heart Foundation. Swan Picker said
so
Heart Foundations, Killer
okay.
Bees.
Okay. So it wasn't Heart Foundation, but it was the Killer Bees. So Nashville Flippers, you have won the prize. Congratulations.
Woohoo!
Yeah, yeah. I don't know what the heck happened. I uploaded all my photos, and the showcase glamour photo was missing, but I still managed to sell it
Yeah,
for some reason.
that was
So
like
it
the
was a
old
good.
days of eBay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna hold the prizes in one hand, and I have. So I'm gonna just say left or right hand, Ray or Dustin, and then I will pull up that prize for you to so that you can see what you won. Steiner Brothers. Oh, I love them. That was a great tag team. Were you a wrestling guy, Josh?
Not so much. No,
No.
I learned a lot about wrestling names and just like the whole scene after
Yeah.
I picked up like a huge lot of like Mattel wrestling action figures. So
Mhm.
through that research process, I learned a lot. But outside of that, not really. No, I didn't really grow up with it.
Oh, okay. Cool. So looks like Nashville just selected something here. So he selected
Instead
left.
left.
Oh, that's a good choice. So Ray or Dustin, you are the
Drum
winner.
roll.
Oh, I like the sound. You are the winner of a Sonic the Hedgehog socks. So congratulations. You are the winner of this brand new in with tag Sonic the Hedgehog socks.
Those are
Congratulations.
super cool though.
Yeah, it's official. It's official. Congrats again. So you and Dustin can fight it out. Uh,
They can take one sock each.
yeah, that's awesome. All right, guys. So that was the first one. Um, hope you guys enjoyed that. Stay tuned for the second one, which is going to be nearing the end of the interview.
And
So
the stream. Yeah.
yeah. So let's go. Just quickly go back into the chat here. I know there was a bunch of stuff here
Yeah.
that I just wanted to point out
Yeah.
too because they were great points.
Yeah. Going off the platforms I sell on, Tiff Eat Sleep Amazon, she asked, am I ever planning on selling on Amazon? So I don't know. I feel like this is such a cop out answer, but it's on my to-do list. So I definitely plan to in the future, but I think right now, like short term, like the 50-meter target, um, I might send in like a few like super small shipments or something
Mhm.
if I have the inventory that's like appropriate for that. But I'm just like heavily focusing on like mostly eBay right now and just building that up. Just because I mean learning a new platform, like especially Amazon, because Amazon and eBay are just like two completely different beasts. If I take the time and invest that time upfront to learn the platform of Amazon, that's just gonna like completely tank my eBay sales.
Yeah.
And right now, especially in the beginning, I'm just like not willing to, I guess, like take that risk. So I want to build up my eBay to the point where I guess I could almost put it on autopilot. Like I don't need to list as aggressively. I could still list maybe like 10 items a day and it'll just like kind of be at like a maintenance level
Mhm.
almost. So I want to get my eBay up to that point and then kind of branch out to other places. But I'm just not happy where my like eBay business is right now, particularly like that platform. So I'm just like focusing on building that up, and then just the fact that just learning a platform takes so much time and energy, and just like the research that you have to do up front, you have to learn like new programs that go along with that platform, like new processes. So it's in the future. Once I get my eBay business to the point I want to, I'll definitely branch out to other places like Amazon.
Okay. No, that's a great point. Caffeine Chrissy mentioned under bed storage as well. Yeah, that's great. That's a great point. If you need to store other inventory
Yeah.
under your bed. What's it called here? Let's see what else. What else do you sell on? I recently surpassed my 1,000 sale on Poshmark. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Congrats,
Nice.
Jody.
I wonder if
Let's
Jody's like the number one Poshmark seller in Canada. He's got to
Hey,
be.
that's a good possibility.
He's got to be.
That's amazing though. 1,000. Like, I live in Canada, but only sell the U.S. Things have slowed down like crazy for the past 4 months. But back in the day, it was insane. Haven't listed anything in
Yeah.
months, though. So
I
my
know
fault.
Jody has like multiple projects going on. So
Oh, okay, he's a busy guy.
yeah.
Uh, Nashville Flippers. Josh, I
Oh
went to Zaxby's for you
man.
the other day.
Zaxby's. They don't have that in the Northeast. That was like
Uh,
another like fast food chicken chain
yeah,
down in the South. It
I've
was
heard of them.
so
Yeah,
good.
and that's probably I need to add that to the list then too.
Yeah.
Places to go. All right, so okay, actually here. Thanks, my listings were shared 1.4 million times in that year.
Wow.
Ridiculous. That's amazing. That's amazing.
It's a lot of work. That's impressive.
Does he plan to start selling on Amazon Thrift Piece? I am actually not gonna lie. I'm literally starting to list a couple of things on Amazon now.
Oh
I
yeah.
have
Like
about.
merchant fulfilled, or are you sending in shipments?
I'm gonna send it in shipments.
Okay. Nice.
So
Awesome.
I have a bunch of used video games that have just been sitting here. So I'm gonna try to put them on
Yeah.
Amazon to see how they
Okay.
do.
Cool.
So cross your fingers. I'm gonna send those off pretty soon. But
Yeah.
right now I'm just in the phase of listing all of them right now. I get a thrifting high if I'm finding stuff, but I have a dead pile of clothes I need to list badly. Me too. I have a bunch of those
Yeah.
too.
There. Whenever I stare at my death pile, I get stressed, and I relieve the stress by going sourcing. It's a vicious cycle.
All right. No, it's true. So I want to get into this. This is going to be something new that I actually took it from Rick, the helpful entrepreneur, because I think it was a great idea.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
kudos to him for that. So this is a lightning round, and I'm going to throw a bunch of questions at you. So hopefully you can get ready for them. It's going to be either like a would you rather or like just
Okay. Hopefully, I
one
don't
word
crack under
answers.
pressure.
So the first question is, would you rather sell clothes only or video games only?
Ooh, video games.
Video games? Okay.
Just because video games are way easier to list, and personally for me, I grew up playing video games, so it'd be more
Yeah.
interesting.
Uh,
But right now, I'm selling a lot more clothing than video games. I feel like just because that's what I've been picking up, and video games are getting harder and harder to pick up. I feel like competition is just so fierce. I used to do like notifications on Craigslist and Facebook for like Xbox 360, PS3, all those like keywords, like anything video game related. And I turned them off because I'll get notifications and like within like 5 minutes, I'd message that seller and they'd be like, oh, if it's like a good price or like a good bundle, they're like,
mhm.
oh, it's already like pending a sale. Like someone already contacted me. I'm like, okay, it's not even worth like the notification anymore for video games.
Oh, that's cool. I think I would probably do the same thing. It's just a lot easier to deal with.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I've been selling a lot of clothes these days, so there's definitely money to be made there.
yeah, for sure. So the second one is, uh, listening to music while you work? Yes or no?
Um, is it like complete silence versus music, or
Uh,
is it like music versus something else?
so like complete silence or something else.
Oh, I like to have background noise.
Okay, cool.
Either like I feel like for the most part I do music, and then I also have like YouTube in the background sometimes. But I'm definitely the most productive with just like random music as white noise.
Okay, nice. Me too. So coffee or tea?
Coffee for sure.
Yeah, oh yeah,
I'm addicted
gotta
to
have
caffeine.
coffee. You gotta
I
have
used to have
coffee.
a really bad like energy drink, Monster Energy phase.
Oh
Like
gosh,
at the worst, I drank two like those medium sized Monster cans. I would
yes.
have like a post workout morning Monster to get me through the
Oh my
morning,
god.
and then I'd hit that like post lunch wall, and to push through the wall, I'd have a second Monster.
Oh
And
my
I did
god.
that for like a year, and that was like the worst year in terms of like my health, probably just drinking those monsters every single
Yeah,
day. But
yeah,
I've leaned towards more like coffee now,
yeah,
just to try to be healthier, I guess, with what I'm drinking.
yeah. Me too. Like, I used to drink a lot of the white monsters, the white
Yeah,
monster
that was
can.
my favorite. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
that
white
it was so
monsters.
good. And just to feel less
It's just
guilty, I got
water. It's
yeah,
just water, and it makes
yeah,
you feel so good.
yeah. Then I get the jitters at the end,
Yeah.
so doesn't.
Nashville Flippers. I think that's Ray. He said, "Have you had those bang drinks? I have. Those are delicious."
Oh
But
no, we
honestly,
don't
like
have them here.
those super sweet. It's kind of like a super sweet energy drink. They have like cotton candy as like one of the flavors. It's kind of crazy. It's delicious, but
Yeah, not something to have on a regular day or
yeah,
like
yeah.
on the regular.
You could say that about just energy drinks in general.
Oh
But
yeah,
yeah,
that's
the
true.
white monster was my go-to. But now,
Yeah,
yeah,
me
I drink a lot of coffee these days now.
too.
Probably too
uh,
much of it.
no, me too. Absolutely. So the next one is one word to describe reselling on eBay.
One word. Oh my god, crazy. I guess
Crazy.
because it's just so much up and down. So you just never
Yeah,
know what the day is gonna bring. I mean, you always hope for like a crazy sales day, but it's
yeah,
not always like that. So it's just crazy emotionally, crazy sometimes when you have like a good day. It's a crazy packing day.
yeah,
You always try to, I mean, my goal is always to make it a crazy listing day. I don't
yeah,
always list as much as I should, but I guess crazy is a good way to describe it. And we're all kind of crazy. I feel like resellers all kind of, they all have a little tick to them,
yeah.
but we love each other for that.
No, absolutely. It's a great group. So the next one is so here's a basketball one. Um,
Okay.
KD or LeBron?
Ooh, LeBron.
LeBron.
Katie's a snake. But I shouldn't say that though. I'm a Nets fan, so I should support Katie, but I don't know. He's not gonna play next season, so
Yeah. So well,
actually the Nets team, like I used to hate on Kyrie Irving so much, and I used to hate on KD like
yeah.
crazy. And
Now
both
he
of them
plays
are in
for them.
Brooklyn now. And the Nets are my team. So I grew up a Nets fan. There's a point in New Jersey. I mean, there's a reason why they moved out of New Jersey. Because when I was
Yeah.
in high school, I could pay $10 for almost courtside seats. You know the front row,
Wow.
like the
Yeah.
front bleachers, like courtside bleachers.
Hmm.
Like the top of those bleachers, the tickets were like $10 because they were just desperate for people to come watch games.
Oh my
It
gosh,
just
that's
wasn't
amazing.
people just weren't going. It was just like an empty arena all the time. $10 would get you like pretty much next to the court.
I
So
wish it was $10 here. Like
yeah, I mean
courtside
that's
over
why.
here is like ten
Oh yeah,
thousand.
especially now.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
I'm
ten
sad they
bucks.
moved to New York, but I don't know. I'm gonna try. I'm super excited for the NBA season.
Yeah, me too.
They just started preseason. I just want the season to start.
Yeah. All right. So here's a hard one here for you. Uh, a plate of chicken wings or a plate of bulgogi.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to go with the bulgogi.
Oh, okay.
I can't pass up good Korean food.
Bulgogi is pretty good. I love it.
Yeah,
So here's another one. Something you want to learn more about that you would like to sell on eBay.
Ooh, sell on eBay.
Yeah.
I, I want to get into just like weird antiques. So things like super old like postcards, just like weird figures, just like old like clocks, stuff like that. It's just so hard. Like I've tried to like learn about it, and just like not growing up
Mhm.
with that kind of stuff, it's just like super hard to just get into. Like the people that know about it, like they know about it. Like they can talk to you about it for like 3 days straight. But I actually picked up a few postcards just for the sake of learning and try to
Yeah.
list a few. And I feel like it's hard to comp those things out too, just because a lot of that stuff you can't find like an identical. Like if it's old enough, you can't find something that's like close enough. So you kind of just had to find like somewhat similar things and kind of go off of that.
Mhm.
But yeah, like things you would find in like an antique mall, like that'd be super cool to get into. So I've been like slowly trying to learn about that and just like experimenting and just like learning through error, I guess. Just like
Yeah.
purchasing something that I know is old. I can't find any info about it, but just picking it up just for like the educational like sake.
Yeah.
Uh, but I mean that's definitely gonna take time. But if I could get into that category, that'd be super cool. Just because it's super interesting too.
Yeah.
Just because there's so much history behind those items.
Yeah. And they can be worth some pretty good money too at the
Yeah,
same time.
yeah.
So let's go back to the chat here actually. Ray asked, can I win twice? Unfortunately, due to rules, we are only allowing one per person just to make it fair. I apologize, but hey, I mean, you
So
came
there,
out with a pretty good set of socks there, bud.
yeah. You're just gonna do one stock each.
Yeah, let's see, those socks are sexy. You're going to need them in the winter. Oh yeah, good point. Uh, Chris from Chris's Strategist. Hey, Chris, thanks for stopping by. Chris
Hey,
is
what's up,
another
Chris?
reseller up in Canada, and
Oh, okay.
yeah, so I learned a lot from him in the beginning as
Yeah.
well. So
Okay. Does he upload content too?
yeah, he
And
has a channel as well. So
I'm gonna check
uh,
it out.
yeah, Canada or US, Chris. This is Poshmark Canada. That was my first sale. So I haven't tried to do Poshmark in the US. I should, but I mean, I just wanted to try it out because it was really my first time doing it. So I just gave Canada a try. It's been tough though. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, with Amazon, I it was with Canada as well, and huge difference as well. Yeah, the
Mm-hmm.
market is completely different compared to like the U.S. with Amazon. I mean,
With
you
Amazon,
have
really?
you have those ranks in Amazon in the U.S. that
Mm-hmm.
you know exactly. Obviously, the lower the rank, the more like popular it's going to sell.
Yeah.
Where over here it can be ranked like number 10, number 11, but it doesn't necessarily sell right away.
Really
Yeah, so
interesting.
it's very
That definitely
uh,
complicates things.
yeah, it's definitely wonky over here.
Yeah. So it's just random. Like it could be like a high number in rank and sells better than something that's ranked 10.
Exactly, yeah, because we just don't have as many Amazon customers as opposed to the US.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
don't get me.
So
I use it all the time, but I mean, there's still not
yeah,
enough.
yeah, yeah. So
Yeah,
just like a few sales can just like completely shift the rank. I'm assuming then.
yeah. Great stream, guys. Head to head over to mine. Thanks so much, Rick. Appreciate for you for coming by here. Caffeine Chrissy Monster Javas are awesome, but I wish I had low sugar coffee drink around here. I have to make my own if you want low sugar. I've never had those ones before, to be honest.
Yeah, those are good too. I actually prefer my coffee black though.
Oh,
I feel like
really?
it's like an acquired taste, but I've
Yeah.
gotten to the point where I can't put anything in the coffee.
Oh, wow. I couldn't do that. I have to have like some sort of sweetness in it.
Yeah.
You will sell far more on Poshmark USA, Chris. Watch my video on it. You will get if you want to get started. Absolutely, Jody. I'll take a look as soon as I'm done. I want to get into it because I know I
Yeah.
can probably do a lot better.
I saw a few things on social media. So with that whole Podfest thing happening, I
Yeah.
think they're moving towards like opening up the market like globally. So you can shop like Canada closets, like people in Canada can shop US closets. And I think they're eventually trying to push it overseas too,
Yeah.
to like other countries. But I think they're just sticking with like US Canada right now just because like the whole like shipping thing, it makes it easier for Poshmark as a company.
Yeah.
But I saw people mentioning like they're promising like opening it up like that between US and Canada. Like we can shop each other's closets, which would be huge. That would be amazing.
Yeah, no, I hope they do that. I mean, they're already doing that with eBay, and it's something where, like, especially now, the seller market on Poshmark Canada is pretty seller heavy. So
Yeah.
you don't get very many like hits with I mean, I have like a ton of followers, but I mean,
Yeah.
there's just not enough buyers looking around and on
Right.
the Canada
Right.
one.
Yeah. And that would just encourage more people in Canada to open up a Poshmark closet too, if they know that there's a huge market in the US ready to buy from Canadian sellers. And that only kind of like steamroll and kind of create like a domino effect for Canada Poshmark.
Yeah, for sure. So Jody just mentioned here, absolutely, Josh. I knew this back in December. Poshmark had replied to me and stated they are aiming toward international shipping.
Okay.
Thank
So there's
goodness.
something in the
Thank
works.
goodness.
Yeah. I
All
think they
right. So
promised it within like the next 3-4 months. So hopefully by like January, they kind of like figure it out.
yeah, that'd be great. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully we can get something
Yeah.
uh, in place by then.
Yeah.
All right. So just I mean, wow, it's already almost 9 already. That's crazy.
Yeah. Time
So
flew by.
yeah. So I guess one thing I wanted to bring up too was I know just being a YouTuber as well. It's been
Mhm.
pretty crazy. I guess just doing it in general. I mean,
Yeah.
what what made you want to do like start on YouTube as well?
I think, I mean, I obviously was watching and binging a lot of YouTube videos, and like everything I know about reselling is pretty much from YouTube. There's like a podcast I listened to, Scavenger Life, but outside of that, like everything that I consume about reselling is through YouTube. And like a few months into reselling, I was just like what sold videos is primarily what I was watching in the beginning because that's kind of like where I was learning like what to buy, what to source, whatnot. So I was like, okay, like I'm starting to make a few sales. So I was like, okay, why not share what I'm selling and kind of just see where it goes. When I first started, I was just doing like one upload a month, just like a very standard like what sold video. I just did like a screen share with my
Mm.
webcam and just literally just like click through and share my what sold videos. And after just doing that a few times, I just like the whole process of just like sharing what I'm selling, getting feedback, the whole like interaction with viewers. At back then, there was like one or two people commenting, and that was like amazing to me. Like I was like, okay, like someone is watching, like two people are watching, and that was like seriously amazing to me. And
Yeah.
just like having a conversation with them in the comment section, like I just absolutely love that. So I think like the whole like community aspect was like a huge driving factor in the beginning. Because I mean, like now I'm making like a little bit of money, but in the beginning, like if you're not like enjoying the interactions, if you're not enjoying like any aspect of YouTube, like there's really like nothing to really push you to upload a video. So
Mhm.
I think just like the fact that I had like one or two people commenting, that was like a huge driving factor. Just having that connection and like just knowing that someone out there was like learning from what I was selling just like a few months into reselling, that was just like a very like good rewarding feeling. So that was just kind of like in the beginning that kind of pushed me, and I got a lot of help along the way. Like bigger YouTubers like either had me on their channel or they give me like a small shout out, and just along the way I just get like small waves of support. So that kind of just adds on to like the whole like community aspect, just like a lot of love from other content creators, other resellers. And I guess that's just like the biggest driving factor, just like the people that I've met along the way.
Yeah.
And at this point, just like slowly building it up, the fact that I'm able to make a little bit of money from like doing like at the end of the day, YouTube's pretty much like a hobby. Is something that I kind of just do on the side of reselling
Yeah.
that I just kind of do for fun. But the fact that I can do something for fun and make a little bit of side cash doing that, like now after building it up, is definitely like super exciting. Another driving factor, I guess, to add on everything else that I loved about YouTube before.
No,
But
that's
yeah, I've
awesome.
gotten so much help along the way. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's awesome when like you just get a like even a shout out and like all that. It's like it just feels awesome
Yeah,
when you
yeah.
get it
Especially
because
from people that you watch like daily, and you're just watching a video, and unexpectedly they like mention your channel. It's just
yeah,
like whoa,
yeah,
like there's no reason for him to give me a shout out, and he did.
yeah,
So it was like super humbling, super exciting.
yeah. No, I feel the same way. Yeah. Um. So Jody mentioned absolutely, Josh. I knew this back in. Oh, we saw that already. Um. And they'll have Australia and UK there at some point. Oh, that's good. So they're gonna have, I guess, Posh in those areas as well.
Yeah,
Here's one from Chris here. Josh, what do you think of the new tax law in the U.S.
the new
on
tax
eBay?
law. I think he's referring to like certain states charging for tax. So I know some buyers, like I know Virginia, like Virginia buyers, they have to pay a little extra in tax. Um, the way I kind of see it, like I can't really. That's like way beyond me. Like I have no control over that.
Yeah,
And as long as eBay's around, I'm gonna keep selling on eBay. So the good thing is that tax affects everyone. So that still makes me competitive, but just focusing on the things I can control.
no, good point. Investing education. Hey guys, hey, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Uh, we have love the garage sale videos people do. People tempted to try filming in thrift store myself, but keep checking out. I'm probably one of those people.
Yeah. No, you just have to slowly ease into it. Like if you watch my earlier videos, like they're
Yeah.
terrible. And I feel like I still have a long way to go in terms of editing and like channel art and stuff.
Yeah.
But just like repetition, just like uploading video after video, you just naturally figure things out. But I think it's almost expected. Like the first few videos, like
Yeah.
I think people understand they're supposed to be bad.
Yeah. Like for sure. Like you're just trying to feel things out too at the
Yeah,
same time,
yeah,
right?
for
Yeah.
sure.
So we are already at the hour mark. So before we get to our second prize, I just wanted to just give a big shout out to Josh for coming by here. And if you haven't subscribed to Josh yet, don't forget to do so. I'll leave his link to his channel in the chat, so you can do so because he is an
Yeah,
awesome guy
appreciate
and
that.
he's bringing out some fire content, if you ask me. So uh, he's also doing a whole bunch of morning streams now as of late, right? For the
Yeah, we just started that. So like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm doing that with Harry Tornado and Suburban Beard. So we're just rotating between our channels. I don't think it's like a serious live show, more of like a morning hangout, I guess.
yeah,
But we just started that this past week and it was super fun. So
yeah, that was a great. That
definitely
was a.
something to be looking forward to.
I love that one part where the um, Josh's dog was howling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was so
That was like
amazing.
right when he like wanted to change the subject and like bring up a
Yeah,
question.
yeah. It was also serious, and all of a sudden you hear
Yeah.
the dog go out of nowhere. That was amazing. Um, okay, so Ray mentioned Chris Street Profits new shirt says profits are up. It's almost for resellers. Oh, that's awesome. I think
Oh
Street
wow.
Profits are a group of wrestlers
Okay.
in the WWE. So that's a pretty cool shirt to have. If
Yeah.
that's the case, I might go ahead and cop that. And all right, so we are at the mark where we're going to give away the second gift. So uh, again, if you are in the chat right now, you are eligible to win. So I'm going to be giving a question about one of Josh's videos. Unfortunately, Josh, you are not in this time to win a prize,
Ah,
unfortunately.
man. Noted.
Sorry. So
I already had the answer typed out.
so the question, if you guys are ready, um, let me know if you guys are ready over there, and I will bring out the question. So hit a one if you're ready, guys. Hit a one because we want to give out that prize right now. Okay, so the question of the night is in one of Josh's videos, he bought a huge load of perfumes, and my question to you is, how much did he get the lot of perfumes for? And that is the question.
I hope I see it in the
Oh,
chat.
I see it in the chat
Jody,
too. Looks like Jody got it. Jody with the $1,000.
man, my my
Uh,
bank my bank account hurts just reading it.
man, that was an awesome buy though. Like,
Yeah, that was definitely the most money I spent at one time for reselling.
yeah,
So it was definitely super nerve wracking, but I think it's definitely worth it. Like the past like 2 weeks, like they've been doing pretty well. So
yeah.
I'm happy about that.
Like I just try to look for perfume now in thrift stores now.
Yeah, you'd be surprised, like
Yeah,
especially like discontinued perfume.
yeah,
Like people, as long as you have like a small handful of people that like really love that scent, like as soon as it goes discontinued, like they're willing to pay up for that scent. So like especially like estate sales,
yeah.
if you see like perfume, like older perfume, like just look it up, and it's crazy. Like
Do
I
you look?
picked up like old discontinued toothpaste. The brand is called like Mentadent.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that. Yes.
Yeah, and I just looked it up, and the one I had, I mean, they're asking like $2 for it. It was just like a
Oh wow.
sealed thing of toothpaste,
Yeah.
and the comps were like $45,
Wow.
and that's what it sold for. And it's crazy. It's crazy what people would pay up for when you can go down the street and just just change your toothpaste or just change the cologne that you're using.
Yeah.
No, but some people are just like they're just like extreme loyal, dedicated followers to certain products.
I mean, is toothpaste even good still at that point? Like,
I don't know.
that's crazy. I
I
just
don't know.
it
Apparently
blows
it
my
is.
mind.
Apparently it is.
All right, so Jody, congrats again on winning the prize, and I will show you exactly what you won here. So, drum roll, please. All right, Jody, you are the winner of another set of awesome socks here. So you have won the Super Mario 2-pack socks. It is Super Mario on one end, and then you got the second one that says "Get a Life."
Nice.
So it's a 2-pack of socks, brand new with tag. So you can feel free to wear it up in the cold out there in
Yeah.
Canada, or you can resell it however you want. So it's totally up to you, man. But congrats again for winning the socks. If you guys, to the winners, Ray and Dustin and Jody, if you can send me an email with your address, you can probably just message me on what's it called on Instagram, or you can send it to my email. I'll put my email below. It's thriftycqs2 at gmail.com. All right, so that's the email over there. So that was awesome. Congrats on the win, Jody. So
Yeah.
just
Congrats, buddy.
Josh, just one more thing, I guess, before we wrap it up over here. Just I guess if there's any, I know there's a like for example, one of my family members here that are looking to resell on that's in
Mhm.
college. Like, do you have any advice, like I guess in the very beginning, that you can just give for anyone that's new selling?
Yeah.
Um,
I'd say in the beginning, just look for things that you know about. So, I mean, everyone has a hobby. Everyone grew up doing something for fun. So start with that. Start with what you know, and then use that to kind of jumpstart you kind of like learning the process. just like whatever you have lying around the house, use that kind of as like the experimental phase in the beginning to just learn the process of like photographing, listing, and stuff like that, and just like slowly learn one thing at a time. Like add one category, focus on that. Once you get comfortable with that one category, move on to another category, and just like little by little, just one by one, you'll kind of just like expand your product knowledge. So don't expect like overnight to know everything. Just start with what you know and just slowly build from there.
Right. That's a great point. I mean, I couldn't agree more. It's not gonna, again, it's not gonna just all happen right away. You just gotta
Yeah, like
go with the
reselling is
flow.
definitely not like a get rich quick scheme. It's a lot of work and it's super rewarding. So if you stick it out and learn the process, like it'll be so worth it.
Yeah, for sure. That's a great point. And with that said, so I just want to thank you guys again for stopping by on this live stream. It was an amazing one. I had lots of fun. Hopefully, you had some fun too, Josh.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
So,
Yeah,
again,
thanks for
guys,
having me, Chris.
I'm very much appreciative of you coming by here.
Yeah, anytime, seriously, anytime.
It means a lot to me. So, um, again, if you guys haven't followed Josh yet, I put his subscription link in the bottom of the chat as well as the description of this video as well. So, don't forget to sub to Josh if you haven't. And if you haven't subscribed to me yet, please go ahead and consider doing so as well. And hit the like button as well on your way out. And again, thanks so much for stopping by again, Josh. And I see there's some people. Marie just came in here as well. Thanks so much, Josh, Chris, and Josh. Have a great night, all. Thanks for stopping by, Marie. Appreciate it. But yeah, so again, thank you guys so much for coming by. Again, to the winners, don't forget to email me or message me, and we will see you on the next video. So thanks again. This is Thrift BCQ signing out. Peace out, guys.